I don't know yet.
Hello everyone, so I'm just going to give you some recording. It'd be cool that I had a really good game facing this guy. In a tactical standpoint, I thought, well, okay, there was some things that was impressive, but like I had some beautiful
I go on a
checkmates.
putter every day.
I messed up here, but if I had played just a little bit better, I could have just finished the game at this point. So I just thought I'd show it off, just like checking the progress, since I guess I am kind of like planning to do a bit of like chess grind to
I think it's
improve
gonna be one of
mechanics.
those too.
So I guess we're trying to see if we can hit that ceiling for 800 possibly. Just hit 800 or 850, something like that, right? Just to show blitz, right? So we'll start, right? Control center, I love it. Getting the Pinchetta early. I think this is Queen Indian.
Yeah, she's gonna be an ice She's
Queen's
a fire
Indian
girl
defense
now,
possibly.
but
And I see the potential of the threat of the capture piece. Could
she
look
will
for
become
advantage.
nicer.
This comes here, and this is where I thought was a
Alright, let's
beautiful
get rid of
play.
some stuff.
Coming in lines of tactical thing, I just go for a fork. Right, so here he comes in this side, and it's an easy capture for me. It's an easy, what do you call, advantage, and I see that winning.
Thank you.
Right?
I freaking finished this
So here, I make a mistake. I go too quickly for the
Why is
fork.
everyone playing games today?
Really, I should have played the rook here.
Yeah. It's
And
so
you know,
hard.
I lose my advantage, right? And that would have that
die
play
trying? Wait, what
would
did
have
I
just
try?
like easily would have forced this
Hi,
queen
Zero.
backwards, right? So like we carry on, even in the board after like messing up, right?
Oh,
And we get here to a really
also,
good
the thing
position.
is that I
And
can't
this comes
give her
into
a
a check,
ball. The thing is,
bringing my
I
king
go
with
to her in the
and
morning.
vulnerability, and then
And
getting the
before
disadvantage
stream.
here,
Well, today I went to
seizing
her
the
before
vulnerability
stream,
of my king.
and then going to her
file.
after stream
So
today.
an E to A file on E8
But
to
if I
A4.
want to give her a block because it's winter here,
But
I
luckily,
have
I
to give
could
it to
change
her
the
around like
exchange
midday so that it's
positively
warm enough for her
in an
to
even
dry
proportion.
off.
So
So
the
I'll
check
have
is
to do it on
placed,
the day that I'm not
and
streaming.
the king is in a vulnerable position. I take the piece. I don't think I had any other position advantage. He's running out of time here, right? And I get checked, and gets a bit. Yeah, he blunders the queen, right? And then this part comes. This part comes. Okay, no, this game I win. Sorry, this game I absolutely and utterly destroy. I'm not too sure what he's doing. I would have flagged at this point. You know, just like where there's nothing. Okay, but I like to show you. So this game I come back to and face him. Let me show you a different game. This is the game I lost
the
versus.
season.
I would really like to analyzing this game in a certain sense, just to give you a bit of an idea. What was I facing here, and like the lost opportunity to get a really good advantage. So we are here with the stone wall, right? Not a very common opening, but like I've gotten better at chess to be able to make this work. I would definitely say that beginners who start with stone wall may feel it's not the full, more straightforward standing position, right? Capturing the pieces. I wanted to get that knight outside the outpost. Generally, the reason why is like I don't like to put posts in that position. Positional outposts for knights are really small. And here we just try to cancel the castle. This is where I messed up. Okay, so you can see like I'm looking for those tactical advantages and positions now. He sees me, looks for the E4 square. I'm trying to put threats on this board. The pawn here playing a good positional advantage where the king has already been placed. And I feel like he's done a good job securing on a square that was optimizing, trying to get an advantage for. Right? So here I'm trying to clear that file, but he's not giving me the advantage. Not too sure of the clearing here. He's just positioning, doing some positional, doing some advancements. I'm also not sure. And then he comes in to push it, doing progression. I think I messed up here. No. He's just taking some small advantages for small point leads. And I have to give up for like control of the square for the B4 square, given the position that we're in.
I'll be here.
Knowing that the only squares left for his king is in a decent vulnerable position. Right. This is what I wanted to trade. That's fine.
What am I doing here? Follow the call.
I believe this is a mistake. No, this is not a mistake. Generally, I was looking at my weak square coming into the G2 position, knowing that this can potentially cause me to lose a crucial piece such as a rook, right? And then he takes the advantage. I put it just here, and this is where I should have done a better move, right?
Why do I say stuff?
So this is where I take sense. Check his place, king placement, and then the rook comes in play. And this is where I make the failure move here. I should have spent a bit more time. I was on 10 seconds. But if I had pattern recognition this better, I would have realized, you know, the discovered check had more value to me. This would have forced this, and this would have been ending checkmate. and I would have won that. And I'm so disappointed that I messed it up. So instead what I did was like try to check and like I just let him run his king, and I was trying to like figure out where I was going, and I completely totally messed up. But this one turning point, looking for the pawn promotion, just led down to my downfall. I was frustrated that I lost that discover check. That was a forced positional play, and honestly I could tell you that it was an impressive maneuver or positional advantage, just play more of a key pack. This is coming in line to like keeping the king vulnerable. Key point here I felt was just like the exchange of queens for a positional advantage on the king's vulnerable position. That worked against me for that. And lastly, let's talk about this final game. Taking lines of like certain things. To be honest, I don't think his mechanics were that bad against Spring. Maybe I would actually expect this rating to be more in lines of beginners, right? But maybe not for players, for the timing interval that you're playing. So that's kind of fair, right? I don't think I'd expect anybody to like play fast chess at low levels. But yeah, you know, we're getting past maybe some weird parts. So like this is the advantage. I was hoping he'd take the pawn piece. And that wasn't the case. And like, here was the potential of like pushing threats. I was trying to make a undefining decision of like whether I was going to go for this piece, which would force the king, in my opinion, and that had some advantage. So I have a really strong positional advantage in this part. This is what I wanted to highlight, the huge positional advantages, which is a good way of playing as well. The bishop d2 offered some substantial strong threats, right? And I wonder if that could have been a better move, because he would have had to force his queen out of the way, making his king in a very vulnerable position, right? Obviously that's not what I did. I went for the immediate disposition of the king. And then from there, I captured it using a nice tactic that I've learned watching Karpav's videos of like chess. And then the discovered check, coming here in this position. Opening the files, I still think I could have done better moves, right? So we're here, and like, at this position, I could have just moved away my bishop to keep the exchange healthy for me. In fact, that might have been a better option here, right? I kind of like blundered here. So like, I want to take note of that. But like, this is still very much in my control. We got our check. Again, the main key thing is the king is in the open. The king is too much in a vulnerable position. I think at this point he just concedes. It's just like, you've got a good solid mechanics of things. He pushes the piece over here. You know, this part is just like, well, what is he gonna do, right? I'm taking my tactics here. It's gonna go line. He has to move the queen again, but that means he loses the exchange because again, that puts me in advantage, and I'm winning again in advantage peak material. How much he wants to try for this is just like, come on, let's be real. For that kind of rating level, forcing further ways of like trying to win that position. Well, you might as well move on. Press games is just like, there isn't much flexibility in this thing, I guess you could say, or like you could just say infinite rating of like direct influence doesn't reflect necessarily the idea of like you're going to get a smooth play, right, on certain things. And a technical aspect I could explain further by telling you about whether flexing in a matter of using just a title is enough to like give you street cred in terms of your journey, or are you there for like prioritizing I guess a cardigan appearance? Yeah, the best way is like, are you prioritizing having a cardigan placed onto you to look cooler than you actually are for the world? So like I guess that's kind of like the impression of like what I'm trying to highlight in terms of where my progress has gone to like chess.
Hey everyone, thank you for putting the effort to watch the effort I placed on making something of an entertaining video. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said before, it's not forced, but like I really would appreciate any contribution and support you give to this channel, as it gives me more motivation and more incentive to enjoy more video creating and content creation. If you find that the content's drifts away at any point, you can always unsubscribe. It's no big deal. Again, it doesn't mean much. It doesn't take much from you, but it means a whole bunch of me, and it would feel great if you would just reward my efforts of trying to be positive and contributionary. Thank you so much. Bye.